Here we go. Good morning. Welcome to the Senate Finance Committee. Today is Saturday, April 6th. We're going to have one bill hearing and vote that bill, and then we have a list to vote. So I'm going to start with the bill hearing, and if it's okay, Tammy, I'll do it right from here. Thank you. House Bill 573 is one of the delegates from Anne Arundel County, and he's kept me posted on this bill. For some reason, it was not a late file bill. It was late coming out of Environment and Transportation. We got it out of rules, I think, yesterday. And all it is we have an enhancement grant committee that gets grants from the airport, and in the redistricting, some of the areas lost a representative. So some of the communities that Delegate Simmons represents no longer have a representative on that committee. So all this bill does is add one committee member from parts of the the noise area around the airport. And I'd ask for a favorable vote.
Move favorable.
Thank you. All in favor of House Bill 573? Thank you. Unanimous vote. Thank you.
Democrats have a 1 o'clock caucus meeting, so we.
So we're on the blue sheet, which are not quite concurrences. This the first bill on your list is House Bill 465. This is the cross-file to Senator Giles' bill about workplace fraud and prevailing wage. You amended the House bill to bring back the heightened civil penalty for multiple violations. The House is asking you to recede from that position. It's up to the committee whether you want to go to conference on that or not. You amended the House bill. You kept everything in the House bill as it came over, but you amended the House bill to increase one of the civil penalties for multiple violations of the Workplace Fraud Act to go up to $30,000, because if you double the penalty for there's an opportunity to double the civil penalty, which was raised to 10,000, and it can be doubled for 2 violations, and that brings you to the same level as 20, which is the current law. You increase that penalty 20 to 30 for multiple violations, and the House is asking you not to do that.
I'm fine with proceeding.
We have a motion to receive on move to receive. Anybody in favor? I guess you just seconded it.
Give Roger a heart attack if we get a call. Okay, the next one is another request to receive from the House. This is on the departmental bill that establishes the Workforce Development Talent Innovation Program and Fund. You attached amendments to the bill to strike reference to a group that could help with the program, and that was at the request of the department. The Economic Matters wasn't aware that was a departmental amendment on their bill, so we are not going to recede, and they're okay with us with finance not receding and asking the House to reconsider, and they will. You vote to not to recede.
Thank you. I have Senator Ellis and Senator Klassmeyer. Everybody in favor of 1128 not to recede? Unanimous vote. Thank you.
Okay, so House Bill 603 is the Kids Code bill, and so the motion is to recede so that the bills would match.
So I have a motion from Senator Kramer. I have a second. Senator Alves, that a second?
Yeah.
Okay. All in favor to receive on House Bill 603? Unanimous vote. Thank you.
And then Senate Bill 245, this is the bill that would extend the termination date for the Maryland Community Health Resources Commission. So decision of the committee yesterday was to not concur with the House decision to extend the termination date by 10 years instead of 3, but the chairs, they've come back asking for the committee to reconsider its position, and
Apparently, this is strongly supported by the Chair of Health and Government. I think she serves on that commission. So can I have a vote to reconsider our non-concurrence to concur with the 10-year sunset on Senate Bill 245? Have a motion? Senator Ellis, do I have a second?
So we're going for 10 years?
On just this one? Second, Senator Kramer? All in favor? I guess reconsider our,
it's just to concur. You would
just to concur. May I have a,
I will explain. So I think the rationale that was given to me was that the HSCRC is a 10-year sunset. The Healthcare Commission has 10-year sunset. This would be in line with the other independent commissions.
it's not a board, it's a commission. Okay, all in favor of this concurrence from Senate Bill 245? You're opposed, Senator Lamb? Okay, you are opposed? Okay, Senator Lamb's opposed. Thank you. Okay, David.
Okay, so you have a voting list in front of you. These bills came out of rules. They're House bills that are, at least the first two here are identical to Senate bills that passed unanimously. The first one is the House cross file to Senator Bailey's Krabby bill. It's identical to the bill as you just concurred to the House amendments to the Senate bill. So they passed the bill identical.
You made a motion, Senator Kramer?
Yes, just a
Second,
favor.
can I have a second?
It's very favorable.
Senator Ellis, all in favor of House Bill 96? Okay, go ahead.
The next one is House Bill 209. It's a cross file to Senate Bill 623. This is the Prison Education Delivery Reform Commission. It also passed the Senate unanimously. I'll refresh your memory. It establishes the 2-year Prison Education Delivery Reform Commission, and it's got to convene an advisory stakeholder group and develop an education-focused statewide framework of policies to invest in strategies to increase public safety and reduce recidivism. Yeah, favorable is the correct motion.
All in favor of House Bill 209? Thank you. Nathan?
Next on the list is House Bill 685, which is identical to Senate Bill 516, which passed the Senate unanimously earlier this session.
Motion favorable. All in favor? Everybody's, it was,
Ready?
Yep.
House Bill 986 is identical to Senate Bill 594, which passed the Senate unanimously.
seconded. Senator Reed seconded. All in favor?
House Bill 1507, Transportation Change in Bus Service Impacts Report. This is the same as Senate Bill 70, which
Second, all in favor of House Bill 1507? Okay.
okay. Next bill is Senate Bill 949. This is a bill that the committee is second on. JPR is the primary committee on this bill. The bill generally, but it's with the amendment subject to a contingency, would ban the sale or distribution of self-administered sexual assault evidence collection kits, with the violation deemed as an unfair, abusive, or deceptive trade practice. It would.
Yeah, can we hear anything about it? Would you mind,
Yeah, so the bill also establishes.
please?
Bill also establishes a forensic nurse examiner training grant program under the bill. So the amendments that the JPR committee adopted yesterday is, first, they make the bill an emergency bill, and then second, they would allow, so they would require the Attorney General to adopt regulations relating to self-administered sexual assault evidence collection kits. These regulations would include requirements for the items that are included in the kits, transportation and storage, testing, packaging, marketing, and required disclosures. And if once these regulations are adopted, then the prohibition under the bill would change. So this would be it would be contingent on the adoption of these regulations. And once these regulations are adopted, a person would be prohibited from selling or offering to sell or distribute a self-administered sexual assault evidence kit collection kit in violation of regulations that are adopted by the Attorney General.
What's the date by which the Attorney General has to have regulations?
Let's see. I don't know if it specifies a date by which this has to occur.
You know, the Attorney General had come in opposition to this bill. Did he change his position with the amendments? And he didn't, no, I'm sorry, he came in support of the bill. But I don't think he was happy with the amendments that were being put on. I don't know in the end if he agreed with the amendments. Does anybody know? Is somebody here from the Attorney General's office? Yes, ma'am. Would you like just to come up and tell us the position of the Attorney General on the amended bill?
We agreed to it yesterday
Okay.
because you still get a ban until we get to promulgate regulations.
How long do you think it'll take to promulgate the regulations? I
With
don't
the-
see a date. That's why I'm asking that.
With the AELR, it may take some time because you gotta have time to comment, time to have hearings. I'm looking at maybe 4 or 5 months.
Okay, thank you for that. I have a message from the Attorney General as we sit here. He supports the amendments. Thank you.
Mhm.
Texting is wonderful. Okay, do I have, I guess Senator Hershey, you have a question?
Yeah, Madam Chair. So the way the bill came in, it banned the sale of these altogether in the
Yes,
state of Maryland.
yes.
Now there's an amendment that says that the AG will adopt regulations, and once the regulations are adopted, that lifts the ban, and now the products can be sold in Maryland as long as they meet the regulations.
Do you understand what the product is?
Yes, I do.
So I will share, I have a great deal of concern that women are going to use this test.
I just, Madam Chair, I just want to make sure I understand
Yeah,
what we've done
yes,
so
you
far
did.
before I understand the
Right.
product. Okay. Now, then, again, just Maryland does set its own lot of regulations themselves, but these products exist everywhere. And there's an internet, you can get them from wherever. So these products still could come in from out of state.
I don't know that. Other things that we've banned can't come in from out of state. Like you can't go to Amazon and buy things that have been banned in the state. They will not sell them to you.
Is that
I
accurate?
know that from experience.
Okay. So, but you could go out of state and bring them in still,
You could go,
right?
Yeah.
Like people are gonna do with cigarettes now, more so
Yeah.
than ever before. Okay, and so this doesn't do anything with respect to that. I mean, we can't
We
control
can't.
that,
yeah,
right?
we can't.
Okay, all right. I think I got it. Thank you.
Okay, Senator Gao?
Thank you, Madam Chair. So Patrick, can you tell me what the point is of this forensic nurse examiner training grant program? Like what's this funding? What's the forensic nurse examiner actually going to do?
Yeah, so the purpose is to provide funding for grants. Let's see. So it's to assist nonprofit entities that provide resources for victims of sexual assault, to fund training for nurses in the state to develop skills in conducting forensic examinations of victims of sexual assault. And the grant program has its funding from penalties that would be collected for violations of the ban on the kits.
Okay, thank you, Patrick. But do they have any connection to like the rape kits themselves? I'm just wondering, are these like being used to train these nurses to be able to provide the kits? Is this completely separate? Whatever these forensic nurses will be doing is completely separate than these
Yes.
rape kits, right?
That's separate.
Okay, all right, thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Do I have any other questions on Senate Bill 949 and House Bill 1047? Can I have a motion favorable? Favorable as amended.
I'm willing to make that motion. To be honest, I know there's a lot of debate about this amendment to the bill.
Oh,
So,
there's going to be debate.
well, I think from my perspective, I would like to be able to look at JPR stuff. And obviously I'm not gonna have time to watch what apparently was a 2-hour voting session on this, but they've heard the bill. So I'm comfortable with supporting the bill as amended at a committee, and I think all of us may want to think about what we do on the floor, of just if that's, because I'm getting a lot of information
I
about this
know.
from multiple sides.
Put your hearing on high speed and go quickly. I think you want to listen. Yeah.
I will move favorable on the bill as amended.
Okay, thank you, Senator. Do I have-
And that's the JPR amendments that makes the AG do the regs first.
Right. So that, are you second? Are you the second?
If you'd like me to be, yes.
Okay, so we have Senator Reedy motioned, Senator Hershey seconded.
There
All-
go.
All in favor of the amended bill?
There you go.
Senator Guile?
And this is, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna vote for it as amended. In general, like, I've spoken to the folks behind this product, and I still have strong reservations about them. I do think that they should be outright banned. I think it gives victims false hope. I understand that. I just don't think that regulations, disclaimers, or anything like that. We do ban products where we make a decision that they're unsafe, crib bumpers, for example.
Mhm.
Like, this is just something where they haven't been admissible in court. I don't think that they should be a product. I think these should be banned overall. But that being said, I understand there was an agreement that was worked out on this particular bill, and I'm fine with voting for the bill as it is, but I still have strong reservations about it. So.
Thank you, Senator. I agree with you. I'm very concerned that women somehow are going to think this test will be admissible in court. And until the courts change that, it's deceptive, but that's our opinion, but I appreciate your vote. So we had a unanimous vote favorable, second to JPR. Any other, before you leave, can we? Thank you. Oh, I said both. I did. Yeah, thank you. Moving quickly. Okay, we're gonna